Cassandra Syndrome is a physical health crisis, and in this video we're going to give you a 30-day recovery plan. Now, if you, as the NT spouse, are exhausted, your body feels inflamed, you've gained weight you can't explain, and you wake up tired, wired, or both, this is not because you're weak, and it's not because you aren't managing stress well enough, and this is not just emotional. Cassandra Syndrome is a physical health crisis today. And today, I'm going to give you a 30-day recovery plan. Now, here's the shift. We're not going to talk about fixing your ASD spouse. We're not going to talk about getting him to validate you. We're not going to talk about whether he finally understands. Those days have to be gone. We're going to talk about regulating you, because your body has been living in emotional vigilance, and vigilance changes biology. So let's look at what emotional vigilance does to your body. Let's name what's happening here. If you are partnered with someone who is emotionally unavailable, dismissive, hyperlogical, or chronically misattuned, your nervous system does not get a rest. You're constantly scanning. Is he upset? Did I say something wrong? Is this conversation about to derail? Is this going to turn into withdrawal? Is he about to stonewall me? Do I need to soften this? Should I rephrase what I just said? That constant scanning is not physiological weakness. It's nervous system activation. And here's what chronic activation does. It elevates cortisol, disrupts your sleep, increases insulin resistance, increases abdominal weight gain, suppresses thyroid function, increases inflammation markers. It dysregulates hunger hormones like leptin. So you start craving sugar at night, you wake up at 3 a.m., you feel tired but wired, you can't focus, your body holds water, your digestion slows down, and you think, what is wrong with me? Nothing. Your body adapted to survive chronic emotional unpredictability. The problem is not that you're too sensitive. The problem is that your body has been on alert for too long now, and you can't heal trauma while remaining on alert. Now we have to look at a core shift here. Stop fixing him and start regulating you. Here's the hard truth. If you're waiting for your ASD spouse to change in order for your body to calm down, you may stay inflamed for years. I'm not being critical of you. That's just biology. Regulation must become independent of your ASD spouse's behavior. This is not about detaching emotionally. You're not going to kick him to the curb or start disrespecting him or get divorced or cheat. We're not talking about any of that. It's about reclaiming physiological sovereignty. Now, right now, your nervous system is externally referenced. It rises and falls based on his tone of voice, his facial expression, his responsiveness or lack thereof, his empathy level or lack thereof, his shutdowns. The recovery plan is about shifting from external regulation to internal regulation. That's power, that's healing, and that's the only sustainable path to physical recovery. Now, let's look at your 30-day recovery plan. We're going to break this down into 4 weeks. Not overwhelming, not dramatic, just sustainable. Week 1, we'll call it the nervous system stabilization phase. The goal here is going to be to reduce baseline cortisol. Not to fix the marriage, not to solve communication, but to stabilize your body. And here's what you implement. Number 1, no heavy conversations after 8 p.m. Your nervous system needs a cortisol shutdown window. If conflict spikes at night, your sleep architecture is destroyed for that evening. You can't heal on broken sleep. Here's a boundary example. I'm not discussing this tonight. We can revisit this tomorrow. That's not avoidance. That's not being rude. That's regulation. 2, daily 20-minute cortisol reset. You're going to choose one of these. Slow walk outdoors, light stretching, breath work, gentle yoga. Not any intense workouts. You're not training for a marathon. You're teaching your body that it's safe. 3, zero conflict processing before bed. Even journaling about your ASD spouse at night spikes stress hormones. Nighttime is for nervous system repair, not trauma podcasts, not rehashing texts, not analyzing behavior, and not even watching one of my videos. Protect your biology. Let's move on to week 2. We're going to call it reduce hypervigilance. The goal here is to stop scanning. Right now, your body is bracing for emotional impact. We have to interrupt that pattern. So here's how we're going to do it. Number 1, the 3-time daily check-in, morning, midday, evening. You're going to ask yourself, what am I feeling in my body? Where is my tension? Am I bracing again? Then soften your jaw. Drop your shoulders. Slow your breathing. It sounds small, but it changes vagal tone. Number 2, stop explaining yourself excessively. Over-explaining is just more vigilance. It's your nervous system trying to prevent rupture. Try shorter sentences. Let silence exist. Watch how much energy returns when you stop managing his reactions. 3, 1 protected hour per week. An hour that is not about him. No problem solving, no emotional caretaking. You can read, walk, meet with a friend, lift weights, sit quietly. You are retraining your nervous system to exist without threat monitoring. Now let's move on to week 3. Metabolic repair. Now we support the body directly. Chronic stress alters blood sugar and appetite. So we regulate food timing. Number 1, eat within 60 minutes of waking. This stabilizes cortisol curve. It's protein focused. No coffee on an empty stomach. 2, protein every 3 to 4 hours. This reduces stress-driven cravings. It stabilizes insulin. And when blood sugar stabilizes, guess what? Anxiety reduces. We want that. 3, a 7 to 8 hour sleep target. No scrolling in bed. No waiting up for him. No replaying arguments in your head. Sleep is your anti-inflammatory medicine. It's number 1. Guard it like your life depends on it, because it does. Let's move on to week 4. Emotional detachment without withdrawal. This is the most powerful phase. Detachment is not coldness. You don't need to feel guilty about that. We're talking about healthy emotional detachment here. It's a nervous system differentiation. You begin responding instead of bracing. When he shuts down, you say, okay, well, we can talk later. Not with resentment, not with collapse, but with neutrality. Your body learns, I survive even if he disconnects. And when your body believes that, guess what? Inflammation drops, energy rises, weight begins to normalize, sleep improves, cravings decrease, not because he changed, because your physiology did. Now here's what I want you to understand. Cassandra Syndrome is not just heartbreak. It's a prolonged nervous system dysregulation that will slowly kill you in the fullest sense of the phrase. How many NTYs have I worked with where they already have autoimmune disease, fibromyalgia, depression, anxiety, cancer? I've lost track. And you cannot talk therapy your way out of biological exhaustion. You must regulate your body. Not to stay with him, not to leave him, not to prove anything, but to reclaim your health. This 30-day plan is not about fixing him, it's about restoring you. I work with so many NTYs that are just not ready to give up the fight. Someday he'll change. Someday he'll get it. If I just try harder. He has to say and do certain things in order for me to be okay. And he has to avoid saying and doing those things in order for me to be okay. Do you realize the hell that you're setting yourself up for? Your first job is to stabilize your nervous system. And when you do, you will make clearer decisions. You will speak more calmly. You will stop chasing validation from him. You will feel stronger in your body. That's recovery. Now, if this resonates, I want you to comment below. I choose regulation instead of trying to fix him. Now, if this video helped you, share it with someone who needs to hear that their exhaustion is not weakness, it's biology. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Would you like to schedule a paid private coaching session? This will be in the form of a face-to-face Zoom call. Underneath any of my videos, you'll see this Calendly link. If you click on that link, it'll open up my calendar. You can pick the available days and times that works for your schedule. You'll get a follow-up email immediately after purchasing a session that will have the Zoom link that coincides with the day and time that you picked. I will get an email too that you scheduled a session, and I will be available on that exact day and time, and we will talk. I look forward to working with you.